taken by this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you enjoyed the save, drop a like on the video, that would be amazing. Today, I thought we'd start, I always end up having to struggle to look for players. In fact, as always guys, let me know if there's any players you want to see from the squad at the start of these videos. Just drop it in the comments and I'll work my way through them and build a list, because sometimes I really do struggle to find one. But this is Thomas Čapek, as someone told me his name is pronounced. Came through our youth academy, I think last season. He was supposed to be our exciting young winger from the Czech Republic, but I don't know, he wasn't as good as we hoped. He's still got some quality about him. His crossing and dribbling is solid. And as you can see from his performances this year, 12 goals and 16 assists. He's contributed to 30 goals in 33 matches for our underage sides, but I just don't know if he can ever really go that much further. But it's nice to see that he is at least developing to some extent, and we can't really fault him for that. He's certainly putting in the shift, but I just don't know how far he's really going to be able to go. Maybe he could be a championship quality player at some point. At the very least, we'll be able to move him on for about $500,000 to $1 million at some point, and that alone, I guess, is something. Also, in other good news, Sonja Hansen has finally shed his comes deep to get ball PPM. Now, I haven't seen what it looks like yet, because he did it in between games, in between the last game and today. But I think that was the thing that's really held him back this year. He always starts too deep, and it means that he's not really playing as a shadow striker. He's playing as, the best way I can describe his role is it feels like currently he's playing as like a box-to-box midfielder with a much more advanced starting point. And I don't want that. So I think now that he's got a bit more free reign, we might see a lot more out of Hansen for the rest of the year, which is why I think Ricky Griffiths performs so well in that role, but Hansen's just him better, basically. With those results, I'm sure some Insta tipsters have got County plus 3.5 goals and to lead the match at least once on their story. Well, if they had, those bets would have come in multiple times this season, particularly with all those 2-2s, which seem to have completely dried up now. I don't know what that was about. It was so weird how all those 2-2s followed the exact same pattern as well. It's interesting to see, though, how many points we've gained from losing positions this year. Okay, I just checked. It's actually only 8 points we've gained from losing positions, which isn't that bad. And only one of which actually turned into a victory. Could have been so much more, though, if you actually think about all those 2-2s we had. Can't believe Matt didn't mention Liverpool's third scorer is called Dude. I think we have talked about Dude prior to that, earlier this season, when he scored the third goal against us. Sorry, he scored the winner against us for Liverpool earlier this year, I think. But nevertheless, this is he. Started off at Palmeiras, came to Liverpool a while ago, actually. Although, weirdly, has only played 39 games for them. But look at the goal-scoring record. I mean, he's got 15 and 19 in the league, 22 all competitions. Thing is, though, right, he's only got 13 finishing and 14 composure. Apart from a few extra physical stats, and he's only 5'9". Why is he able to score that amount of goals more so than, I don't know, Kostel Trofin? It is interesting that, oh, model citizen, my giddy aunt. I think that's the first time in about 3 years I've actually seen a player with that personality. So that could have something to do with it. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a phenomenal player, but it just feels like, where's all these goals come from? Unless there's been not that in recent years. To be fair, I mean, he hasn't played for Liverpool a lot up first. Last year, he got some game time, a goal every other game, which was pretty solid. And this year, he's just taken that to a new level. The guy's a god, clearly. Right. Off-camera games, and then we've got Bournemouth today at home, must win. I feel like this is a must-win game, given how bad we were against Southampton, particularly. Norwich less so, because they were at least the better side, but Southampton, I was disappointed in that, and I want to see a response from us, really, even though we've had other games off-camera. Unfortunately, to get things started, it didn't get any better, annoyingly. I decided to play our more reflexive counter-attacking approach against Wolves, and my god, it worked. It worked amazingly. Thomas Stepanek gave us the lead after 20 minutes, and we were really, really decent on the night. Not that it made any difference. We were defending really well. Wolves weren't doing a great deal until the 87th minute when Gerard Deulofeu got them the equaliser, and it annoyed me, but I was like, it sucks, but it's still a good point against them. That wasn't until Rafa thundered one in the 92nd minute. That one pissed me off. Another long-range strike and another defeat on the cards, and it was 3 on the bounce, and I was like, we really did not deserve to lose this match. But that's life. Thankfully, though, in the FA Cup, we went away to Hull, a Remy Dubois goal, followed by another goal from Thomas Stepanek, who really is contributing some goals this year. Brilliant performance from Dubois, though. He assisted Stepanek. He scored himself a goal. Really, really nice work all round, frankly. Just a really, really good performance. You can see 37 shots, 14 of which were on target, 67% possession. This was an absolute domination fest. Now, I know it's Hull, and they're a championship side, but still, it was very, very pleasing to see us dominate a team to this level. Should have had way more goals than we got, but that's life. This was with the sort of high pressing approach, and it seems to do a decent job against them. Unfortunately, we're missing other players due to yet more injuries. As fast as players comes back, that they don't, yeah? You'll see that Kostel Trofin was on the bench for this one, and he has featured. But then, thank goodness for that, we went away to Leicester, who were currently sitting, I think, 5th in the league at the time of this match. Thought, right, no, we're not going to try it. We're just going to go out there, play our sort of counter-attacking approach. And as much as they didn't really do a great deal. They had a lot of shots, but it was mostly from range. Isso and Peppo scored after 13 minutes. The ball, I think it was Stepanek. No, sorry, tell a lie. It was Ulrich Hansen. I decided to start Hansen and Kazikov because Hansen is 6'4", and I'm super concerned that it is simply down to the height of the fullbacks is the only thing that matters. And given what happened here, that kind of doesn't really help my case there. Well, actually does in a way, because we played Hansen and Kazikov, both of our tall fullbacks, and they were both good. Hansen actually provided an assist for Peppo in this one, and then they just defended reasonably strongly for the rest of the match, just winning stuff in the air against Leicester's fullbacks. So I'm beginning to think that Ulrich Hansen could be the answer. I say could be the answer because I've got more news on him in a minute. But a fantastic win away at Leicester City, and Peppo just really nice to see, and Troffin made his return. But then I'd say even more impressive was a 1-1 draw at home against Manchester United. Same exact system. Hansen wasn't as good in this game, but he still wasn't that bad either. And the fact is, Man United's goal was a penalty, so we actually could have potentially won this. Now, that would have been very unfair. They did still create a couple of opportunities, but at half-time, we'd had 6 shots, 1 on target. They had 4 shots, 1 on target. They only really woke up for the 20 minutes after half-time, up until Arthur scored, and after that, it went back to being us again. Still created some opportunities, and there was a ball in. I can't remember who it was Luetti, in fact, brought him on at left wing, and there was Thomas Stepanek to score. I think that's 3 games in a row he's actually scored for us now to give us a 1-1 draw against United. Brilliant stuff. And once again, Kazikov and Hansen, I think they made the difference. They were winning stuff in the air and preventing teams from scoring the types of goals that we normally concede. And as much as they did still probably play better than us, they are Manchester United, albeit an 8th place one. But that is a brilliant result again. That win against Leicester and the 1-1 draw against United really has given me some confidence in this counter-attacking approach against the better teams. Unfortunately, in training just before the Bournemouth game, Ulrich Hansen has now broken his leg. Because apparently we just have leg breaking in training now, but he's going to be out for 6 to 7 months, even with the specialist. And it's so annoying because he's just come into the team, played a couple of really decent performances for my money, and we didn't even lose while he was in the squad. And I was really thinking, oh, actually, this guy could be the way forward with that height, and now we're going to have to go back to Kim again. It's frustrating, because I really thought we might be onto something there from the defensive standpoint, at least for the more tough games to play the likes of Hansen and Kazikov, but yeah, not to be. But nevertheless, we still find ourselves in 12th place, which is basically where we seem to be for the entirety. We've been 12th place a long time. We are now 8 points clear of the relegation zone. It was 10, but then Fulham got themselves a really solid victory. It's getting very, very tight down at the bottom as West Ham and Leeds are now sinking like stones. Now, we play Bournemouth today. A win against Bournemouth here would push us 11 points clear of the drop zone, and I would say virtually, well, 11 points clear with 11 games to go. I would consider us safe at that point. But a defeat for us today could see the gap drop back to 7 points, and also we'd have lost at home to Bournemouth, who've won 3 matches all season. So, and you know how our games against Bournemouth go. We had a 6-6 draw last year, and we beat them 5-1 at the Vitality this year. We've scored 11 times against them in 2 matches. So this is usually going to be a humdinger, and I kind of hope it's going to be the same today, to be honest, because they're fun. But we do have some players back now. I think Guajardo's back. I think we should have a lot more options available to us. So Silla's still doubtful. He strained his ankle ligaments. He's going to be out for a while. Booty's also out, I think. And Cesano is also out, so we're going to have no choice, really. Okay, we'll do a quick switcheroo because both Hansen and Kazikov are out. And we're also not playing that system. We're going to go back to this, do a switcheroo here. Guajardo is just about fit enough, but we've got no choice but to play him whatsoever. Stepanek, I'm really pleased with his work lately. He has been fantastic this season. And Peppo and Hansen, Guajardo, Dubois, yep. Kim Perrier is back as well. He went out for a while injured too. It's going to have to be Luetti here. And I don't think Nico Williams is available, or is he? Kim has actually played better than him, in fairness, so I'll probably give him the chance today. But I just don't trust us with short fullbacks. It does seem that is so important now to have tall fullbacks. Dubois and Ferguson, though, they formed a nice partnership, and Dubois has actually been our highest ranked player this season, other than Stephen Walker. So, Griffiths, Williams, Sikonic, Troffin, Drina, Miach, and of course Gonzalo Moya. Yeah, Troffin is there, so he'll definitely be a super sub, if nothing else. But you can see the progression's not great for the lad at the moment. Bournemouth, okay, they're going with a different type of system. Just as well, really, because they know that we know how to beat their other system. I just want to see us win a game that I feel like we're the better side in, and just do the general. Like, we were good against Wolves and we lost. We were pretty good against Leicester, but they were clearly a decent team and we won. It's all topsy-turvy land. But I'm super interested to see how Hansen does now that he's lost that PPM, and he might be able to get involved in the advanced play of things a little bit easier. Look at that, straight away. Well done, Kim. Stepanek, who actually has turned out to be not a surprise, really, but a brilliant signing. Oh, you are shitting me. Kim, mate, you cannot keep doing this. Oh, wait, sorry, it's outside the box. But even so, like, Christ on a bike, Kim. He did that against Norwich too, didn't he? And, oh, no, I thought he'd been fouled, but he hadn't. Don't let them, that's it. Before, we would have pushed out into that space and given them all kinds of options. Pavard, Wilson, and a good save by Paul. Before, that would have led to a goal because we'd have pushed up, they'd have dropped that ball in behind and we'd have conceded a goal. But they held their line much, much nicer there, and it resulted in a much more tame opportunity for the goalkeeper to save. And he's gone past 1. Goes past 2. There we go, Thomas. Goes past 3. Goes past 4. And dribbles it wide. Lovely stuff. Dubois. Spread that play. You've got switchboard to other flanks. Stepanek. Great save. Much more like it. That's what we need from Dubois. Balls like that. And now he can pick them out because he does have a new PPM for that. And Luetti. He's into the box. Can he shoot? He probably will, won't he? Ah, no. It disappoints me greatly that we've committed 4 fouls and received 3 yellow cards for it. Please pull it back for someone in a good position. And Ferguson! And Dubois! And it's over the crossbar. Okay, we're coming into this now. We've got how many bookings do they want to give us? Guajardo does brilliantly. Right, come on. Where's the pace? He's got Stepanek. He has to find him. He does. Stepanek! Peppo! Oh, why didn't he just shoot? Wow. Interesting first half. We got a lot of the ball, but it's been very, very even. Other than on the yellow cards front, where the referee seems to really not like us very much. We have made a few more fouls since then and not got any bookings, so I guess there's that. To the analysis. Well, I mean, you can see where the situation lies. We're not really going through the middle today, and Bournemouth aren't... I think we might be one of the times where we need to actually go to the wide areas instead, because I just don't think it's really working for us through the middle. And maybe just out the passing directness a tiny bit. We just need to do something to promote a bit faster play, because at the moment, we're being forced into the wide areas anyway, so we might as well take advantage of it. Luetti by actually trying to focus on those areas. It's been a long time since I've actually looked at things like heat maps, but today feels like one of these games that's nicely in the balance if we could just get a couple of things right. Kim. Keep going, lad. Goes for the shot. Aimless. Hansen's taken a knock. He could probably carry on, but I kind of want to give Ricky Griffiths a little run in this role. I'd argue, if anything, we've actually got worse since we tried this in the second half. Right, we should probably make some more subs while we're at it. Not filling in Peppo today, but don't worry. We've got Costel Troffin. Hopefully that can come up with something for us. 18 minutes to go. Game is still very much in the balance, but we've really not been so great. The second Peppo! I'm about to take him off, and he's come up with what can hopefully be the winner for us. Issa and Peppo with his 10th goal of the season. Lovely ball in from Kim, and we lead by a goal to 0. He's about to be immediately substituted, and I think he'll be unhappy with that. This is a lovely ball in from Kim, and Peppo near post. Lovely. We scored a headed goal in off the crossbar, and Peppo does it again. Get in, lad. This would be a massive victory for us. And I think we'd be safe if we win this game. And will we deserve it? Maybe just. We've been better in terms of chance creation, ever so slightly. Polaskis, wow, look at that. Really nice play out from the back. And he's found Guajardo. There we go, 12 minutes to go. Dubois, here we go. Crossfield pass for Stepanek. That defender's toast. Stepanek's in, and it's cleared. And Guajardo! Troffin couldn't quite get to the rebound. Into the middle foot. Oh no, what a dreadful ball. No, you dare. What a block. Huge block. We're a goal up with 5 minutes to go. The traditional approach is to time waste at this point, and we kind of need to. Great block there. Well played. Throw your bodies on the line. Get us another victory. Move us to 33 points. And, oh, well headed away as well. We're 1 away from a sanctioning from the FA. Great clearance. Oh, what is that? Pavard. Ball in. Cleared away. Guajardo finds Ricky Griffiths. Go on, lad. Just keep on running with it. Guajardo now. Would have preferred Griffiths kept running with it, to be honest. Oh, what? Fernando's ball. Ferguson clears it away, and it's another corner. Really, David? You couldn't just clear it the other way? Hey, he got rid of it. That's the main thing. We're now over a minute past where we should be, and Stepanek heads it away. Troffin's on it, and are we going to finish the match anytime soon? We're now coming up to 5 minutes of stoppage time. Yes! Notts County 1, Bournemouth 0. Issa and Peppo with the goal that wins the match. Kim will actually get man of the match on the night, though, which is fantastic. Hansen wasn't great again, but that's a huge win. Victories like that are what really make it great, and that's 11 points above the drop zone. Now, we're actually finally closing in on Everton. Well, we might not be in 12th for much longer, but then look at the gap after that. It's an 8-point... No, sorry, no. Not an 8-point gap. It's a 7-point gap from Everton in 11th up to Norwich in 10th. And Watford are challenging for Europe at the moment. 2 newly promoted sides doing as well as that is insane. Really, really good result that is. I think it's a deserved victory in the end, but it's nice to see Peppo get the winner for us. And Hansen is only going to be out for a couple of days. It's fine, but you can see Booty's out. Kajakov's out. Lennon's out. Silla's out. Hansen's out. They've still got so many injuries right now. But I think we're only 1 point away from our tally of last season. I think we're going to survive in the Premier League. And we can kind of start making plans for next season, really. But I think I just want to sort of persist with these tactics for the rest of the year and just see where we can get to. I want to say, I mean, we've got 11 games to go. I want to go for 45 points. That's going to be my target for the rest of the year. To go for a point a game plus 1. And I think that's a reasonable expectation, unless we've got loads of big games to come. The best little run we've had for a little while. So, where do we want to come back? Well, Man City, Spurs, Arsenal... these games are not winnable matches. Well, it makes perfect sense, really, to come back for Leeds United away and then Fulham at home. Both matches down towards the bottom. And then after that, you know, Everton away, winnable potentially. I mean, difficult, but still. West Ham away, Brighton away, Palace at home, Villa away. There's a decent number of winnable matches there for us to get some points. And I think we're going to finish in a reasonably... I think we're going to probably end up finishing 12th this year. But I'd be totally fine with that. That's a great result. And we're just slowly moving up in the league, getting the right players in the right positions, finding things that work. I'm still not happy with the left-hand side. I want a Stepanek on the left, basically. And that's what my main search is going to be in the summer. I think Dubois is good. I think Peppo is a good man going forward. Still unsure about Hansen a little bit. I think we need tall fullbacks. I think that's how we really take this to the next level for a top half finish next season, is by tall fullbacks and a Stepanek on the left, essentially. That's what I want. And a goalkeeper. I want a new goalkeeper just because I want to see if we can go one step further in that approach. I think that's going to be where most of our money is going to be spent. But we'll see. So that's going to be next episode. It's going to be Leeds United away and Fulham at home. If you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That would be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, hold your gun, capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.